Hello students, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to study about spermatogenesis. Now see, spermatogenesis means a process by which sperm formation is done. The sperm means a spermatozoa. It originates from primordial germ cells. And these primordial germ cells, they are extragonadal in origin. In human, spermatogenesis takes 65 to 75 days and it is divided into three stages. Multiplicative phase, where they are going to multiply to increase their number, growth phase, and finally maturation phase. Now see this diagram. In this diagram, you will find spermatogonia is going for multiplicative phase, means it is increasing the number by mitosis. And all cells of spermatogonia are diploid, out of which one cell slowly become big in size, and now it is not going for mitosis, it will go for meiosis. That cell is known as primary spermatocyte. So primary spermatocyte is the one cell from spermatogonia which become big and is ready for meiosis. Ploidy will be diploid. Primary spermatocyte will give rise to two secondary spermatocyte, and secondary spermatocyte after meiosis 2 will give rise to 4 spermatid. Clear? See this our NCERT diagram. You please check it. Understand this diagram. This is spermatogonia. Okay, it is going for mitosis to increase the number. From 1 it is becoming 2, then it is becoming 4, and after differentiation means one cell is becoming big. This is known as primary, this is going for differentiation. This is primary spermatocyte. So this is primary spermatocyte which undergo meiosis 1 to form secondary spermatocyte, which undergo meiosis 2 to form 4 spermatid. I hope you are able to follow the labeling. Primary spermatocyte is diploid, secondary spermatocyte is haploid, spermatid is also haploid. Now spermatid has to change into spermatozoa. It is done with the help of the Sertoli cell, and this process is known as spermiogenesis. After this, spermatozoa will be liberated in the seminiferous tubule. This process is known as spermiation, where they are transported to the epididymis, where they are staying there, they are stored here for maturation and for motility purpose. And final capacitation means final maturation of the spermatozoa will be done from when they are traveling from cervix to fallopian tube. Clear? So spermatogonia, ploidy is 2n. Sertoli cell, ploidy is also 2n. Primary spermatocyte, ploidy is 2n. Secondary spermatocyte, n. Spermatid, n. And spermatozoa is n. I hope so this much labeling might be easy for you. Now see next. Spermatid has to become into the sperm. And during this process, spherical spermatid, which is non-motile, is becoming into elongated and slender sperm, means long. No cell division will occur, only the change will be there. Now see how the change. See, this is the diagram of one spermatid. So you can see here this centriole. Check. Centrioles are coming here. And this is the Golgi. Okay, this is Golgi. Slowly from the centriole, flagella is coming. And you can see all these small dots as a mitochondria. You can see these small dots as mitochondria. Slowly they are coming near one end. Check around the flagella they are coming. And this nucleus, this is again, if you see the diagram, this is centriole, this is flagella, and this is mitochondria. Proper organization is going on, means changes are going on to make the proper adjustment to form a final structure with head which contain nucleus, and it contain acrosome vesicle, means Golgi. Clear? This is centriole. You can see centriole. Midpiece will have mitochondria and a long tail with a flagella. And if you see, entire structure of the sperm is surrounded by cell membrane. This is plasma membrane, which is it is covering the entire sperm. Check carefully, it is covering this way, but end piece is not covered. We'll see the diagram of NCERT. Okay, end piece is the one which is not covered. So it has organelle like mitochondria, Golgi, centrioles, nucleus. Nucleus will become compact to form head. Golgi will give rise to acrosome. Clear? Sertoli cell will remove the excess cytoplasm, and finally the sperms are released from their connection, and this process is known as permeation, means they are released into the lumen of seminiferous tubule. Sperm then enter into the lumen, and fluid secreted by the cell push them way towards the duct, means from the seminiferous tubule they will go to the retitestes, then retitestes, they will go to the vasa efferentia, from vasa efferentia to the epididymis. And we studied right on the previous slide, in the epididymis, these duct systems are meant for storage, motility, and for maturation. Clear? Now, if you see, check the diagram. Let me show you. This is the plasma membrane. Entire sperm is surrounded by plasma membrane. You please focus this diagram. Clear? You will find it's present. And plasma membrane is not present here. This is end piece, which I was trying to tell. This is end piece. So head contain haploid nucleus, and anterior portion of which is covered by a cap-like structure called acrosome. So acrosome, which contain the enzyme to break down the wall of the egg membrane. Acrosome produce sperm lysine. And who give rise to acrosome? It's a Golgi body, which give rise to acrosome. Neck contains centrioles. Clear? Anterior one is known as proximal centriole, which is located near the neck of the spermatozoa, and during fertilization, it is introduced into the egg, which is required for first cleavage. So this centriole is required for first cleavage, which is provided by the egg only. Learn this way, this is one centriole. Posterior centriole known as distal centriole. Posterior centriole known as distal centriole is giving rise to the axial filament of sperm. So you can see this is axial filament of sperm is coming from the proximal or distal centriole. Not proximal, it is from distal centriole. Proximal centriole will go along with the head to require for the cleavage. Middle piece, mitochondria. So you can see in the diagram, mitochondria is in the spiral shape. Check, this is mitochondria. This is present in the spiral shape. It is also known as Niebergen sheet. Niebergen sheet. It is present in the spiral shape. So they are spirally twisted around the axial filament. They provide energy for the locomotion. Clear? So head, neck, midpiece, and last is tail. Head contain what? Nucleus and acrosome. What does neck contain? Centriole. What does midpiece contain? Mitochondria. Clear? Now tail, last part is tail. Now next is human male ejaculate contain nearly 200 to 300 million sperms. For normal fertility, at least 60% should have normal shape and size. Means 60% of 200 or 300 should have normal shape or size, and 40% of this one answer, 40% of this. Clear na? 40% of this should have vigorous motility. 40% of them means it's not of the total. Whatever answer you will get from here, of that answer, 40% should have at least vigorous motility to bring about the fertilization. So I hope so in this video, this much topic might be comfortable for you. Thanks for watching.